The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening, friends, and welcome on this very special webinar on tax audit, where we have a presence of two Central Council member of our own ICAI, CA Durgesh Kabra ji, Durgesh Kumar Kabra, who is from Mumbai. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation. Even we have requested very late on Sunday or even later. Still, you have accepted our invitation, sir. We are very grateful to you. We have our today's speaker, again a great CA Sanjay Agarwal sir, Sanjay Kumar Agarwal sir from North Delhi, and sir is we can say a master of direct tax, and sir has taken so many sessions on direct tax and on tax audit as well. A number of sessions. Even today's slide is over more than 400 plus PPT. Friends, we are already live on YouTube, where around we have a 10,000 plus subscriber, and also on our LinkedIn, where we have around 31,000 plus connects and the followers. So it is a great privilege for us to have a two Central Council member uh, addressing from our platform on very important topic, a seasonal topic. We have a entire next month also going for as an tax audit season. Before that, we also have a entire 3 months. Upcoming 3 months is a campaigning month as well for our one of the biggest event of ICI election 2024. So would like to request each and everyone for vote for the our own profession, vote for our own future to the member whom you know and they what they can contribute for our profession. I know this who is on screen, our CA Durgesh Kumar Kabra sir, a senior Central Council member, has spent around, or we can say more than 25 years in a council as an regional council member for 9 years, then again Central Council member for last 6 years, and this is the third term for CA Durgesh Kumar Kabra sir from our west. Again, CA Agarwal, Sanjay Kumar sir, who is also very seasonal, and we can say he's giving contribution through various mode. One of everyone is knowing is voice of CA from last so many years. So would like to request everyone to consider your preference for both the CCM as per your respective region as well. And we have seen, would like to tell everyone that CA Durgesh Kumar Kabra sir is always stand for the profession. Even our journey in when we have started during COVID, sir has supported us very well. Even before that, sir has supported as a chartered accountant, young chartered accountant during our cricket tournament as well, by sponsoring, by supporting, and as in a networking event for chartered accountant. Again, in webinar also, sir has supported. We have a 3 days IBC series very in the beginning where we have started during the COVID. All is supporting for young chartered accountant, and whenever we are thinking for any new initiative. So with this word, we would like to welcome sir, and your contribution is immense for the profession. For our today's session, would like to address all the attendees who is watching you on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and also on GoToWebinar. We have already more than 112 attendees as of now who are already joined and listening to you, sir. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, dear Virag. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be part of a seminar which is on the tax audit, which is being addressed by my council colleague, a very senior and learned council colleague, Sanjay Kumar Agarwal from Delhi, who is known for the known as tax expert, and his voice is being heard everywhere. Since he is voice of CA, his voice is heard everywhere, not only by the chartered accountants, by the council also, and he is known as a very legal authority in the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. If anything has to be discussed legally, we need to go to Sanjay Agarwal ji, and there he helps out to come out of the difficulty if we are facing at all. Thank you very much. In fact, as you rightly said, that the season has just started for the tax audit and company audit both. Company audit part for listed companies was till May, and then for unlisted companies or so, it is now has started. Section 44 AB, which is the section for the tax audit, is very, very important. Time, and again, there were many amendments into it, and because of the various amendments, we need to update ourselves at each and every point of time. And for that, the leadership at the ICAI is always coming out with the various and has come out with the various editions of the guidance note on tax audit, and that has helped the chartered accountant fraternity to deal with the tax audit very rightly and have the proper documentation for the same. One important thing which has started at the institute and which was not known to the members, I must tell you all those things, that it is tax audit review board. Uh, like FRRB, Financial Reporting Review Board, it is Tax Audit Report Review Board is also there, TAQRB, of which Sanjay ji is the chairman, and I am member since last 3 years of this. And I must tell that this is a particular committee which is reviewing the tax audit reports, where you can face some challenges, but ultimately it is improving the quality of our members, by which we are in a position that which kind of issues are there into the tax audit and how those issues can be overcome. Those ideas are being given, and those kind of webinars are being organized by Sanjay ji, and I'm sure that the initiatives taken by him will definitely help. To discuss some of the things, there are challenges, and I am sure Sanjay ji will be dealing with all those things. One most important thing is with respect to the GST reconciliation. Whatever expenses which you have done, and where there is a GST, it has to be reconciled, and reconciled statement has to be attached. This is a big exercise which is required to be done by the chartered accountants when they are doing the tax audit. Another one important thing which I feel is with respect to the provisions which has come very recently for the MSME dues, that has been thought of, that this time everybody was expecting, even the industry MSMEs were expecting that this will be rolled back, but that has not gone back. And if there is any due to the MSME, that has to be reported. If there is any interest due on MSME unpaid amount, that is to be reported. And the amount which is due, if there is any amount which is due and has not been paid, it has to be added to the income. So this is a very rigorous, but somehow it is helping to the MSME enterprises that they have started getting the payment. Initially, in a year or so, there can be a teething troubles, but in time to come, probably this will go, or the firms will not get registered as MSME, and then the business will continue to be there into that particular form. Also, the TDS is another issue which I feel that has to be reconciled well, and the non-compliance with respect to the TDS is to be mentioned over here, and care has to be taken, because the TDS law in this country, our country, is such that you are punished like anything. Though some reliefs have been given in this budget as far as the TDS provisions are there, but hopefully the subject which is there will be dealt well by Sanjay Agarwal ji. My only request to all of you is that when we are doing any audit, it is a part of assurance services, and assurance services has to be the serious. The chartered accountants, what I feel is they are good at the income tax assessment, they are good at the GST assessment, they are having better practices into it. When they are doing the audit, once the name audit has come, it is assurance, And then in case of audit, you need to comply with the auditing standards, which is very, very important. Sometimes I feel that when I discuss with many of them, I comes to know that even how many standards on auditings are there, they are not aware of it. So my humble request would be that we are, because of the uh, Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, which is a premier body for assurance services in India, regulating the assurance and accounting and auditing services in India, and we are known for it. When we are known for it, it is our duty that we seriously look upon the standards on audit and start applying those standards on audit in case of any audit is being done, whether it is tax audit, whether it is GST audit, which was there earlier, but GST compliances kind of thing, transaction audit, forensic audit, stat audit, internal audit. We need to, if we don't apply standards on audit, probably we will face the problem. Proper documentation will not be there, and then you have to face NFRA kind of organizations where some penalties can be there and which can create problems to us. And I'm sure, friends, since audit is a serious business, it has to be taken seriously. It was told by Debashish Mitraji, the president, first president of this term, and I'm sure that every auditor, whether it is tax audit or state audit or internal audit, the auditor will take the audit as serious and will definitely be complying with the all standards on auditing and the standards which have been issued for the purpose of tax audit by the government under the Income Tax Act or so. There are some other standards also. So with this, friends, I will not take much of your time. Special thanks to Virag and special strength to Sanjay Bhai that I have taken this much time. And Virag, you have invited me and I became part of this. It's really a pleasure for me. And feel free at any point of time for any chartered accountant across India, not only in my western region, but I'm born for chartered accountant. Whatever kind of services are there, I'll be always available 24 by 7. Thank you very much and look forward for interacting again and again on various issues. Probably from 3rd of September, our code of conduct will be applicable. I'm personally available on the phone call away from all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind address and very important aspect you highlighted, uh, quality review and auditing standard. So very much important to take care of that even while we are doing tax audit. So with this word, we are again thankful to you, sir. You have joined and addressed the attendees. We have at present more than 150 are live on GoToWebinar. There are many on LinkedIn and YouTube also watching. So now, without wasting much time, would like to invite CA Sanjay Agarwal, sir, for the presentation. And we have already introduced him. For once again, I am introducing till the time we are sir is making the presentation available to all of us on screen. Sir, you can share your screen now. Sir is a very senior chartered accountant serving the profession since so many years, and through Voice of CA again is very dedicatedly, passionately serving the profession. And I am knowing the full family also through Neha and Vishalji. Uh, uh, they are also helping the sir in a great way to serve the profession. So thank you again, Neha ma'am
Is it
and
there?
Vishalji.
My presentation is there or not?
No, no, sir, we
On
are not
screen.
able to see
Not
as of now.
visible. Still not visible. Beside Neha, Rishabh is also there.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. No, no, वो stop तो आएगा. Now is it visible? No.
Screen is visible, but sir, you have to put yeah, perfect. Now visible, sir.
Now it is
Make it
perfect. You have to,
ISO mode.
Okay.
now you can
So,
convert it into that mode.
yes, yes. So
Yes.
anytime you find anything or any queries on the board, I will request Virag Bhai to help me concluding the seminar. Uh, I am thankful to the Connect Easy. The word is very fascinating for inviting me and especially CA Virag Shah. I'm also thankful to my council colleague, not only colleague but brother. He sits just on next to me in the council for last 2 years and the third year also. And I can say with confidence that he is doing a lot of efforts for looking especially the smaller and medium companies. He's taking care. And let me tell you also, my daughter and my son-in-law both CA Neha Agarwal and CA my I don't want to name him Vishal Thapaji for making this program. And on I'm presently there is a session which is going on in Panipat branch of NRC, and I have to shift the session to the last one, and I'm in sitting in their office itself. So I'm thankful to them also. Viragji, let me just take 10 to 12 minutes for the purpose of just giving the brief on some of the things which we need to take care while doing any audit. So, since I'm in disciplinary also, normally whenever any case comes, so we ask for the two things. First, whether you have an appointment letter or not. So the engagement letter, which we call in short also, the appointment letter becomes very important because uh, we need to understand that what auditee we are doing the audit, whether it is a proprietary concern, whether it is a proprietary business, whether it is a branch, whether it is a joint audit. So all these things we are required to know it through our appointment letter or engagement letter. For example, if suppose I am a component auditor or a branch auditor, and there is some other person who is a head office. Now, this engagement letter, if suppose as a branch auditor, can I upload my branch audit only, and the head office will upload their own? No. In income tax side, as of now, only we can upload one tax audit report. So, if suppose the head office auditor says that, look, Sanjay Agarwal, you are the branch auditor, you can upload. So, I have to take two assignments. One assignment for the branch, which I am supposed to do it, and there is another which is consolidation and uploading of the consolidated report. And I need to mention in the observation, I will show you on the screen later on, that this is the situation and I am the component auditor or the branch auditor, and there is a consolidating order. These are, there may be two more than two, 5, 7, 10. So we need to give the details of everyone, and we need to have a consolidation also, and we can attach their audit report as a PDF form in the case of the financials. That's what we can do it. Similarly, for the joint audit, if suppose there are two auditor or there are four auditor, especially in the case of public sector banks, etc., then the auditor who is uploading the audit becomes the person who's consolidating on behalf of everyone. Why this is needed? Because in case of any complaint comes, so the notice will, first notice will come in the name of the person who's uploading. But if you have already done this exercises, that you are having two assignment, one assignment which is relating to audit, the another assignment which is relating to uploading of the audit or consolidating audit. So these are the things which we must understand in case of these type of the audits. Second is the aspect of the which we 99% ask in any case when it comes in the disciplinary, that is regarding the engagement letter. If you do not have an engagement letter, there are so many things in the tax audit report for which you will not be able to give the answer. For example, Durgesh Bhai was telling me that the GST audit, Durgesh Bhai was telling me about MSME reporting. Then you have relative reporting, you have GST number reporting, you have valuation reporting, you have TDS returns reporting, you have relative reporting, then you have property related reporting, you have another reporting in respect of the transactions which are under section 210 ST SS etc. So the management representation become a good you can say shelter in case of anything goes wrong. Then in any tax audit, we need to understand that what we have to give the documents. So if I take you to the form on the screen, you will see that on the screen in point number 3, it is written in my or our opinion and to the best of my information and according to the examination of books of account. So there may be possibility that you are not a statutory auditor, you are a tax auditor. Then in case, even if you are not a statutory auditor, you have to examine your books of account. Then what else? Beside books of account, you have to also see other relevant document. Now, what are those relevant document? You can't specify here. There is a clause 11 where you need to tell what other document you are seeing. So we need to tell them if we are seeing the voucher, bank statement, we are seeing the property paper, we are seeing the TDS return, we are seeing the GST return. All these things we are supposed to mention there in that clearing clause when I will come there. Then friends, you must be seeing on the point number 3, there is a column which talks about the certain observation oblique qualification. So, so any observation or qualification if you have that need to be given, and there is a fixed list of the observation is being provided in the tax audit. Can I know by way of writing in the your whatever comment box that how many of us are taking these two documents as well as utilizing this area of observation and qualification? Because there may be a situation which is populated which is as a qualification, there may be area which is only a observation. Now I'll try to explain you certain observation oblique qualification which are templated and which are made by us and which should be used by us in order to see that we explain our stand and whatever the assurance we have received from the client that we have been able to put in pen. So this is the auditor's detail and the UDIN number is also required to be given. However, if you are not consuming UDIN here, there is a separate utility for utilizing the UDIN also. Now I will take you to some of the things which are there in this particular observation. Now in 3CB specifically they have given in again column number 2 head office and the branches. If you are doing the audit of some let's say if company is having a 50 branches, you are doing only for 10. So you need to beside the head office, or if you are doing only for branches, then you need to say nil head office, our branches this number. So this is the number which is given. The list is not required to be given here. Now I take you to the this utility. This is the utility portion, and those who are experienced one, they must be knowing that we need to select here, and I am selecting for you. So the window will come like this, the drop down will come like this. Now if you see first 5 7, so they are in respect of qualification only. So for example, if this is a pre-populated utility. ये pre-populated utility है. Proper books of account to enable reporting in Form 3CD have not been maintained by the assessor. Now, friends, if it is there and I'm not maintaining the proper accounts, then how can be it is a clean report? There are four types of the report I would like to say. One is clean report, the another is matter of emphasis, the third is qualified, fourth is disclaimer. So if you have a partial disclaimer you can give here, but if you have a total disclaimer then you need to also withdraw from the assignment. There the yes, our assignment our auditing standard sometimes talks about it. Then second is the qualification, which is this, that all the information. This is very important. These are not some information, but all the information. Then what we are doing? Are we supposed to do the audit? Because the tax audit and the statutory audit, there is a clear difference. In the statutory audit, you have an opinion of true and fair. But in the case of tax audit, it is true and correct. So true and correct, then there is no sampling. Though we sometimes write we have done some sampling or we have done some test check basis, that is something different. But you will not be able to uh, run away from your responsibility of the stating the main audit as true and correct. Now, similarly, some of the qualifications were in respect of not maintaining of stock, not valuation. So these are the things which will come in a very small audits. And wherever I go in my region, I have been posed with this particular question, that how you are maintaining, how we'll say that they are maintaining this record in the case of these small businesses, or let us say a kirana business, let us say some chemist, let us say small business where a number of items are more. So, friends, nothing is impossible. I never read impossible as impossible. I read it am possible. So normally when my friends in my region they put this question to me, so I have to tell them you need to have some more exertion. You need to employ more people for the client, and client have to also see to it that the stock register is maintained, the valuation is also done. Now, first of all, I'll tell you how the stock register are or stock records are maintained. So far as statutory is concerned, there is nothing sort of any stock register format, etc. is given other than the patient register in the case of the doctors. So I remember the old days when I was reading the cost accountancy. At that time, I used to read about an ABC analysis. So, friends, if suppose your client is having from 1 rupee to let us say 1,000 rupees of item, what we can do, that we can ask him to prepare the top item as an A category, wherein we need to you can say maintain item wise or quantity wise or kg wise or pieces wise or length wise, whatever may be the case. And then we need to have a category B, where we'll have some you can say items which are around 200 to 400 rupees, and then those items can be in B category, that can be maintained in lots, that can be maintained in kgs, and the last C category items we can maintain in totally only lots. So we can have one lot, five lot, 10 lots, and that can be of in the kgs or in numbers, whatever may be possible with you. Similarly, the stock records. We say proper stock records are not maintained. So record, I have already explained you, but valuation, when I come next to the item in this valuation is need to be checked by us, and only first in first out with an average rate of valuation is available, and as such the closing stock, I can tell you frankly, Virag, because I need to answer all those practical questions. So what I sometimes suggest, that if you are having some question which is arising out of my deliberation, then I will request Virag ji to note down or take down those queries, and the time whatever is remaining, then I will address those points in last 15-20 minutes. Because when I come, I find myself as a cashier, and cashier will be happy only when its cash in hand tallies, because unless and until the book cash and the physical cash tallies, the cashier will not be able to have a sleep. Similar is with me. If I am not in a position to give the answer, then there is no purpose of coming and interacting with the membership. And these will be viewed later on also. And as such, valuation, when I am talking, it is first in, first out. So we need to have test checks. We need to have checks on the valuation of the closing stock. But sometimes it is also asked to me that, sir, I we write that it is being verified by the management. But friends, we need to tell our clients that the entire responsibility cannot be shifted to us, or entire responsibility we cannot shift to the client. So I suggest that in a year or two, one time or twice, the stock should be counted by the client, and any discrepancy which may be minor or which may be major also must be adjusted in the account, and the adjustment of such should be mentioned in the quantitative detail. Similarly, in some of the cases, yield or percentage of waste is not ascertainable. I was examining the case of one of the item, which is the um, you can say that ghee, uh, the what ghee we use in our fooding. So I was examining that case. In that, what we have found from the record, that the yield is more than the intake. So when we were doing the investigation on the why the yield has increased, normally there are wastage in any item which is manufactured. But in this case of client, though the it is being claimed by them that there is a shortage of 1 or 1.5% as a burn, but ultimately when the record was checked, it was found that the yield is more than 100%, because they were producing the butters also, they were producing the cream also, they were producing the uh, ghee also, and they were also producing some of the other byproducts also. Actually, when we see, there is a lot of wastage. So what we have done, that we have asked a expert. You see, I am not an expert who will tell what is the wastage and what is the yield. I have to have the, you can say, client representation as a support to me. So what I have done, I've asked them to give me an expert report also. So the expert report, those who were there, the scientists, those who are examining their product, a report has been taken. And when I have given the yield, in the yield, I have given a qualification or an observation that this yield is being calculated on the basis of the expert report also. Similarly, all small other things are there. I'm not taking much of the time, but I will draw your attention straight away to one or two more things. Then any question which I will have in this qualification, I will handle that. Viragji, you must see it and tell me so that I can answer. There is a friend last item which is not populated. It is others, and it is a fillable. Others, what I have read till this, they are not fillable. They are to be selected. Yes or no like situation in this. So there are qualification, but others are only observation. And you can have, these are 5,000 word you can fill up. You can import here also from the utility. And this others is only one note, not only one, but you can have as many as qualification you want or observation you want. Some of the observation I have drafted for our members. I will read it and then I will come to the question. For example, if I give you a lighter note example, that am I in a position to verify the personal expenses? So this is a bit difficult question. Client will always represent that there is no personal expenses, but it might be possible that to our understanding, the personal expenses are there. So we need to have a qualification or we need to have a disclaimer here. So I give you in lighter mode one example. There was a case which I was handling where the client has gone to Tirupati. I'm naming it, but has gone and taken a chartered flight for taking the relatives to the Tirupati. So when the AO confronted at that time, they asked why these expenses should not be disallowed, being personal in nature and not eligible for 37(1). So he replied, he said, no, no, these are all my brand ambassador. If you take a celebrity like Big B, Amitabh Bachchan, he will be charging 8 crore rupees and that too for a small period of 1 or 2 years. If you take another cricketer, Dhoni, he'll be charging you 1 crore or 2 crore rupees. So I've spent only 60 lakh rupees, and these are all my ambassadors, brand ambassador, and I take them, and then in the field they go and they talks about good things to me, and that is why I get my business. So friends, knowingly this that this will be a personal in nature, sometime the fancy explanation comes also. So we need to take care by way of this note. Similarly, in the case of clause 21D, where about the checks or draft, it's a standard, we are giving it there. And then clause 22. This clause 22 has again being now taken care by 43B also in addition to this. Friends, if you read here very carefully, uh, the how I will know that is there any party with which my audit is dealing is a registered or an unregistered. So I need to depend upon the thing is as on today, at least in this year, there is no mechanism, there is no website, there is no other form of verification is available from wherein I can go and see and verify this thing myself. So I need to depend upon my client. So here, what I say always that uh, do your due diligence and see to it that if there is no such party and you do not have a cross verification mechanism, we must qualify here. But if suppose your client is getting the confirmation from uh, the parties, the creditors, or the other people with whom they are dealing, then in that case we need to take those things as a record in our uh, documentation also required to be maintained. Now, if suppose these are the party which are there, so far as clause 22 is concerned, here you have micro, small, and medium all. But disallowances is concerned in 43BH, there only micro and small are concerned. They are supposed to be taken, but not the medium are covered in that particular clause. I'll take in the last about how to check on this, but few tips I have given that you need to have a confirmation from the client's parties. Rajesh is coming. Next is no. Just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Actually, not moving now. Is it moving?
Yeah, yeah. We are not able to see the screen, sir. We can see
Okay.
you. We cannot see the screen, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So, it, just a minute. Is it visible? Visible?
No, no, sir. Screen is not visible yet, sir.
Now?
No, no, sir. No.
Just no?
No, no, sir. Sir, you can call that ma'am, sir.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, it is resumed. Hmm. Actually, I am comfortable with Zoom ना. एक बार देखना फिर चलेगी.
Yes, yes.
Sorry. Oh, now visible?
No, not yet. Yeah, not yet.
आगे 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 एक मिनट. Now it is there, I think.
Yes, sir. Now visible, sir.
So I was talking about the various
Sir, just
templated.
make it full. Yeah, perfect, perfect.
Yeah,
Please continue, sir.
some of the populated now qualification. Now others I am giving some of them. For example, in the case of GST detail or the indirect tax detail, how you will know that these are the details. So we need to have the information provided by the client. Or if you have a PAN number, then since you have PAN number in GST return, you can go and GST site, you can see that how many GST registration number are there. Friends, I was doing one case where they have a registration in the entry tax. At that time, it was there. So, whenever you enter any vehicle which you wanted to use in that state, you need to pay the entry tax. So, that is also a registration was supposed to be taken. So, we need to have a dependent upon the client. Then clause 13D, E, F, all these are related to ICDS. We need to see in the case of the cash system, they are not applicable. However, in the case of otherwise, if you want to know it, then you need to go to that clause 13D. Now let us come to clause 16D. This problems is coming on some of the Maharashtra side, some of the Punjab side, some of the smaller town side. That 16D talks about the other income which is not credited to the P&L. Now, what is happening is this, that people are maintaining their business account as well as personal account. However, they are giving to the auditor only the business account. As I said in the beginning, you need to have an appointment letter which should specify whether you are an auditor of a business or both business and personal. So, in case you are not in auditor or personal, what we do, we write, for example, rent, interest, dividend. We write that these are not credited to P&L. Now, what is happening these days, that section 143(1) allows the AO to make an adjustment on the basis of the report of the tax auditor. And as such, clause 16D, sometimes we give the details of rental, which is not credited to the P&L but directly credited to the capital account. And they will make these observations. And again, then you have to go 154, you need to file appeal. So what we suggest that you give this in observation that these are the amount of the interest, etc., and they are not such subject to any credit to the P&L. However, they will be or they are shown in the return. Now these days, because the tax audit report is to be submitted by 30th September and returns are required to be filed after 30th of September, so we need to see this that they will be credited by the assessee themselves. They will be shown in the computation of income. Similarly, clause 23, 31, BA, etc. So these are the few template which I have prepared in respect of every clause which is there, and I'm not taking much of the time unless until Virag members are having some question on this. So this is the preliminary what I have to say about. Then I will take it clause wise, and any clause if you want to see it. Another thing is this, that an audit is to be conducted under 44 A, B, C, D, and E. So there is a lot of question I will take in that clause, that whether an LLP is to be done on the basis of the other proviso. So the LLP audit is as per section 34 for if suppose your turnover exceed in any financial year 40 lakh or contribution exceed 25 lakh, then you are supposed to do the audit in the LLP Act. Similarly, in the Maharashtra Society Act, the audit is compulsory as per Maharashtra Society Act. I have been told about it. So in those cases, the statutory audit is to be done maybe by the same auditor, maybe by a different auditor. So that we need to see it whether which form we have to use, 3CA or 3CB. So in the case of LLP, and as I been told that Maharashtra Cooperative Society requires an audit to be done by a chartered accountant, then in that case we need to use form 3CA instead of 3CB, even if you are doing the audit otherwise. So here I will have a little pause, and then I will take looking to the timelines. We are already 5:50, and I think we have to do it with up to 6:30. So uh, any question, Virag, on screen, if you want to know about till the on regarding the observation, qualification, reporting, anything, then I will take some clause. Yeah, any question?
Sir, we have one question.
Yes, sir.
Partnership firm consolidated sale is 25 crore. Among sales, one state sale is more than 10 crore. Other state sale are below 5 crore. How to
Uh,
go for tax audit? Only consolidated one audit for every state, or PAN number of all state is same?
you see, this is assessee based. If there is one assessee, that is partnership firm. The turnover is to be seen as total. ABC states or ABC branches, the turnover, if it exceeds 1 crore, and then a proviso about whether that 1 crore can be extended to 10 crore, whether it will be extended to 2 crore or 3 crore for the purpose of 44 AD. All these things are they you can have more than one auditor, but audit is to be done only one. So limit of 10 crore what you are talking is to be seen as a consolidated balance sheet, non state wise, not branch wise. Right, sir? Anything else?
Yes, sir. So one question is, indirect tax should be through trading and trading, or in profit and loss account, or note as per guidance note. So in that
Guidance note says
guidance,
Guidance note says while meaning of turnover, indirect tax is not to be included. However, there are one case which is there wherein they have said that sales include the indirect tax. So, for the purpose of calculating the turnover or tax audit limit, we should include rather, and for the purpose of representation in the P&L or income expenditure account, we can take the netting, because that is the exclusive system of accounting you are doing. Next, anything?
Yes, sir. Yes. So few are non-relating to GST. So would like
Mhm.
to request participant to post question relating to GST in the question tab. All the participants, we have more than 180 participants who is watching live this webinar to post their question in the question tab so that we can take and we can request sir to ask the question.
Yeah. So
Sir, we have one
now,
question for yeah,
yeah,
one
tell
more
me.
question is came up, sir. For one expense of rupees 35,000, assessors deducted have to deduct a TDS under section 194J, but have not deducted, and the same vendor is under MSME also, and have not paid as on 31st March 2024. So amount will be disallowed in which section? 43BH or 40AIA?
You see, so far as any uh, pendency as on 31st March, if you will disallow in 194J because you need to deduct the TDS. So in lighter mode, what I say, the clause will come first. So you first disallow, and in the second you give in observation, and in the first case also you give in the observation that this amount is already disallowed, because if you will qualify at both places, what will happen? You will make adjustment only in one clause, then your problem will come. Now, if situation, now what I am trying to tell you that now when I am filing the return, I have found that in this year they are asking me the number of MSME also. So next year, by the next year, they will capture the data also. They are taking the number also. As on 31st March 24, they are not having the complete data or any tool by which an assessor or an auditor can ascertain whether it is a MSME or not. Tomorrow, or technology improves, then they might find. So what we need to do is this: if you make a disallowance in 43BH, so you can give the note in the TDS 34A that this is being not paid. But somehow when you will give, because that has to be, qualification has to come over there. So as of now, what I am suggesting, please disallow in 194 and in the 43BH given note. This is my submission. Yes, sir. Anything else?
Yes, sir. One more question is, sir, whether 43BH reporting is to be done in clause 22 and 26 both, or it is to be reported in clause 22?
22 is to be given only regarding interest. So I'll take you on my screen. Just a minute. What is 22? Read for me. Can you read? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, read for me. Clause 22.
Amount, sir, I'm not able to because there is a
Yeah,
that
that is, this is
yes,
the problem with me. And the moment I touch it,
yes. Yeah, amount inadmissible under section 23 of MSME Act 2006.
so what is MSME is medium, small, and micro. And 23 talks about the interest only. So, if you have provided in your books of account any interest on all micro, small, medium, then it is to be disallowed. But if you are not charged any interest, may be chargeable. That is a different question whether you are supposed to qualify the report or not. Because if suppose there is a interest of 10,000 only, and you have a turnover of 50 crore. So will this amount be a amount of large in nature, or this is a small in nature? So materiality concept will come. So we do not, we, this is only section 23 talks about interest. I can take this point in detail also. and then the 26. What is 26? अब ये फिर अटक गया विराग भाई, इसको पहले से ऊपर लेके जाना पड़ेगा कहीं. Now it is not moving. The biggest difficulty is this. The moment I touch him, na, moving. It has come. Virag,
Yes, sir.
screen is moving.
Yes, sir. Moving, sir.
So
Moving.
26 about 43B. So any payment which you are not making within time, and if you have provided the interest and then you have not paid, so interest portion will be disallowed in 22, and the payment means the principal payment will be disallowed under clause 26. Right? So I go back. Any other question? Because I am more interested in question. We are doing tax audit since 1985, so the only relevant clauses is to be read by us. Can I take next question? Yeah, 8. Sometime people are asking me that let us say at the time of the filing he is choosing a new regime at the time of tax audit, and then he says no, I want to go in old regime. I have a time of 139(1) to be filed, and which is 31st October. So what we need to do here, that the client will not be able to, we need to take an undertaking from him whether you want, but client is having a choice. The adjustment under section 143(1) will definitely come if the auditor says he's choosing the new one, and later on he goes for the old scheme. So you need to be very careful about it. You have to take an undertaking. Then if it goes there, and then the client has to go for 154 or appeal. So clause 8, I have only this. Now the next clause which I wanted to take is 11. 11 we have three subclause A, B, C. Before that, if you can ask viewers if any specific clause they have, then you can tell me so that I will note down and I will run only those clauses.
Sir, we have
Can
so many questions now. We have question on all almost all the clauses. The
so
one question
clauses
is the
become
assessee says
irrelevant
that
now.
yes, yes, sir. So the
I'm
assessee says
interested.
that the Sanvent credit can be reflected after audit also. So they will never accept to disallow.
Senvet credit. I have not been able
Yes,
to
sir.
understand what Senvet credit, GST credit or excise credit,
Yeah,
TDS credit.
excise only the previous subject. Yes.
No, no. How Senvet credit can reflect later on? Uh, there may be something else. You
Jeevanji,
can
if you
pass
can
on my
specify again, we'll
pass.
take it later on. This
Yeah, you
question.
can pass on my number to them. Yeah, my mobile
Yes.
you can pass on.
Would like to,
What is
yep, sir,
next?
please give everyone your number also.
I will request Neha if she is there to type in. You can note down. My
I will
number
give,
is
sir. I will.
9811080342. I am repeating 9811080342.
Yes, sir.
Right? Next
So would
question.
like to request everyone to note down this. And you have any query, you can message to sir as well on sir's mobile number, and email ID also we will share. Sir, we have one question. Whether
Yes.
43 CH will apply on provision for expense made on 31st March 2024 related to MSME party on the last day
Audit.
of the financial year?
Audit fee or what?
No, no, MSME expenditure. Whether
Any
43 CH
expenditure.
will
Okay.
apply on provision for expense provision made on expense made on 31st.
You see, uh, the provision expenses are per se not allowable otherwise also. But for example, you have a electricity bill, telephone bill, the provision which is allowable, what we call for which expense is sure, however, you have been not able to identify the party. And this comes in the cases of builders, especially those who are doing the percentage completion method. Because in those cases, the revenue is to be determined on the basis of the expenditure. Now, if you are in a position to identify the party name, irrespective of fact, whether you are put in expenses payable, Sunday creditor, in party name or otherwise, the MSME clauses will apply to them. If you are incurring an expenditure for which you do not know the party, for example, warranties. Now, if you are providing for a warranty and you do not have a fixed contract to a party who will serve to your warranties. I give you another example. For I sell a laptop. Now this laptop I can and I'm supposed to, if I sell, I have to specify whether I will give a service of any defect in the parts, etc. for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. Then the buyer has an option to buy a laptop with service. Now, there is a there are case laws which say that you do not have to recognize the revenue of the entire sale of the laptop. What you need to recognize the sum of the expenditure on the service which you need to pay for the second year, third year or part of the first year. For example, I sold in 31st March, let us say 5,000 laptop to the ICAI. Now ICAI has to be given for 3 years the service. Now these 3 years I have to provide, I can't recognize the revenue because when the expenditure will come, what will come? If suppose I have a contract with, let us say, Virag, then I know that I am going to pay to Virag, and Virag is an MSME, and immediately then in that case I am supposed to disallow this payment, and I am supposed to allow this payment when actually the payments are made. This is this answer for this. It's a bit lengthy answer I've given, but I will make the situation very clear with the examples. Do you agree, viewers? Yeah, any next? Next question. क्या हो गया? हेलो हेलो क्या हो गया? Am I audible? उसके चला गया क्या? Viewers, I am audible. बेटा आवाज आ रही है मेरी? आ रही है? पता नहीं, स्लाइड चल रही है? हाँ अच्छा, उठा नहीं रहा. चला गया लग रहा है। I'm in there. He is not there.
टाइम तो नहीं था 4 से 6 का,
Then,
उस वजह से तो नहीं 6 बजे गया है ये।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes, sir. Something went wrong.
No, sir. Just. Sir, there is one question. Sir, in case of
Yes, sir.
turnover, crore to 2 crore, that is counted within the limit of 60 audit, or it is considered as 44 AD case.
You see, turnover is not the criteria. Clause 44 ABE talks about the audit which you are doing under section 44 AD subsection 4. If you are doing any audit under that, no turnover criteria. Turnover for the doing audit is 1 crore, and you need to see to it that if you are doing an audit because of the 4484, in that case that will not be counted under 60. And if you are doing an audit under section 44AB A clause, then it will be counted for 60. Yes. Any other question?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
There are
Any
two
other
more questions. Whether GST
Yes.
input tax credit should be reported under clause 27A.
You see, what we have suggested in the guidance note, that rules are primary and utility is a subservient. In the form, it is given input credit, and there is no input credit now, Senvet credit. So you may opt to give GST or no. This question is being asked by so many people. But what I suggest, that if you are not giving the GST detail, do give this thing in your observation, that the form says about the input, SENVET, and not about GST, and as such not reported the GST input. My suggestion is to give the GST input.
Right, sir.
Yes, anything
One question
more?
is, sir, whether provision for audit fees payable to MSME CA firm, whether it is allowed.
No. Reason, neither the service is complete as on 31st March, nor the payment is being credited. It is audit fees payable. If you do not know, you have not appointed your auditor, then how? As I explained you earlier, that if party is not identifiable, especially in the case of the banks, these they have a fixed schedule of the fees, but they do not know who's the auditor. They will appoint the auditor in the first day. If suppose they appoint the auditor on 21st March, then if it is not made within that 45 days, then it will be disallowed. But service is
Right,
not
sir.
complete.
One question on very debatable issue, sir. On applicability, please advise if tax audit is applicable if turnover or receipt is less than 10 crore, but there is loss in profit and loss due to share trading.
Come again?
Share equity share trading, sir. In that there is a
Oh,
loss, but the turnover or receipt is less than 10 crore.
you see, loss or profit, 6%, less than 6%, or 8%, as the case may be, will not arise unless until you are eligible for an audit. Now, let me explain how the audit is to be set. Leave first whether you have a profit, loss, 6%, more than 6%, forget. If you have a turnover of more than 1 crore or less than 10 crore, then you need to perform two tests. First test, that your expenditure outflow, repayment of loan, repayment of capital, payment to the parties, are they, let us say, amounting 5 crore? Then you compute the 5% of 5 crore. Your turnover is less than 10 crore, how payment expenses are 5 crore. Then you need to compute 5% of 5 crore. This will come at 25 lakhs. Now you need to apply another testing, whether this 25 lakh you have to see in cash or not. Since admittedly in the case of share trading, it will not be there. So you have passed the first test. Now you come for the second test. Second test is this: your receipt, your loans, your capital, any if you have received. Now let us say it is 15 crore or 20 crore. And then you have to calculate 5% of these total. Now it is 20 crore. The 5% is now 1 crore. So your cash component should not exceed 1 crore. If it does not exceed 1 crore, then you are not supposed to get your audited done at all, whether it is a loss less than 6%, because I am supposed to do the audit in 44AB1 and ABA, sorry, and in ABA, if my turnover is less than 10 crore, I am not supposed. But please be careful. When you file your return, there is a column in the return which is to be filled up, and there you need to refer all these three calculations what I am telling. Now come to another question. Your turnover is more than 1 crore, however less than 2 crore or less than 3 crore if the receipts are less than 5 crore. I will ask you a question whether you have opted for 44AB in the past. If you have opted for a AB in the past and you have a loss, then you need to continue your audit for next 5 years, irrespective of the fact how much you have a loss profit. The only condition when you will come out of this 4484 is when you have some income which is as a not qualified income. Now that is not qualified income is commission, professional income, or you have exceeded the limit threshold limit of 3 crore or 2 crore, as the case may be, as I have explained you. So in that case you need to do the audit under 4484, that is 44ABE. Okay sir, anything
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One more
anything
question,
more?
sir. Selling Amul milk where Amul charging GST and 206 TCS. However, client has not taken GST registration. Turnover is 1.90 CR. Can we do tax audit?
1 point.
90 CR.
It's a borderline question. If you include the GST, but you have not taken any GST, they are using TCS, na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Both GST and
will it
TCS. Both.
exceed 2 crore? You have
Yes,
to, I
sir.
think, do it in the 44AB1. Ask him to give
Right,
me
sir.
the call tomorrow. No, tomorrow also I'm not. After second, I will, or give me a WhatsApp. Then I will understand full question. I will reply.
Right, sir. One question is additional GST liability of previous year paid in current year is passed through PLN account. Does clause 26 apply?
Mhm. No, but whether it is allowable or not, that is a question.
Right. Sir, people are asking for that presentation. How they will get it, sir?
I I I will mail you. You send me a mail, giving your mail ID for the this. So I will mail you.
Okay, okay, sir. So, friends
If
will
you have
mail
any
you to
question, then
both
I
the
can answer
additional
you.
attendees. Yes, sir.
I would like to conclude otherwise if you have no questions.
Right, sir. So, friends, will share the presentation on your mail, and with this, we can conclude our today's session. A wonderful session, and one of the ways very interactive session. We have covered many questions as well, and presentation also, because this is a very vast topic. We cannot cover in 1.5 hours, but sir has tried to maximum take the question from the participants so that people can basically understand what is the practical difficulties, that kind of. Sir, people are still asking your phone number, so yes, we'll share that number as well. Sir's
Anytime.
number will share.
But send me only small question, not very, very lengthy.
Right, sir.
I am not that expert in IT. Just give me a call, I'll
So
answer.
would like to,
Only this clause on the screen, whether you
yes.
have a clause on screen 11 ABC. Hello.
So sir, I'm just giving your
Yeah,
number to everyone so that
yeah.
can they can
Anytime.
note down, and after that we can conclude.
Much
I'm
obliged.
not able to write down, but 98110 80342.
Yes. I have
Nine eight
another
one one
session
zero eight zero three
upstairs.
four. Sir, let me tell you, many people has watched our today's webinar over YouTube and LinkedIn also, and one of that is our renowned chartered accountant. Many people already know them is and our professor also, we can say, JK Shah sir, who is
Okay.
liked on LinkedIn as well. So this is also great
I'm
that
very
sir is
frank
also
and I
working
give
at least for some
I'm
time.
Virag, I am very frank
Give
and
a
give my
great.
candid opinion without any fear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a great thing, sir. So I have posted your number also, sir, on the WhatsApp or the question tab to each and everyone, so they can note down. And with this, I think we can conclude our today's session. Thank you so much, sir. Despite
Thank
of
you
your
very
busy
much.
schedule, you are traveling. You are taking another session as well on our Panipat branch of NIRC, and still given us your time. We are very thankful to you, sir. With this, we
Thank
are
you. Stay
concluding
safe,
today's
stay
session.
healthy.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Yes, sir. Thank you all. And we'll share the presentation to each and everyone over mail. So be in connect with us. We'll share by tomorrow or later. And you can take a note of sir's mobile also we have given, and you can connect them as well. So thank you once again to each and everyone for our today's session. With this, we are concluding our today's session. Thank you so much all. We are ending our today's session. Thank you.